What is up, everybody? Welcome back to racingdudes.com. Welcome back to our Breeders' Cup coverage. Well, okay, here's the deal. We're going to fanboy out or fangirl out, whatever you want to say there on this one, because this will be the top six. I'm going to do six. I couldn't keep it to five. Top six Breeders' Cup performances over the weekend. I thought it was one of the best Breeders' Cups we've had in a long, long time. I was very, very pleased with what happened there. If you want more of an analytical side of it and the betting side of it, I do have a separate video for that, but listen, this shit was awesome. We got to do it from a fan perspective here. We got to recap it. Let's do it. The top six Breeders' Cup performances. I did six because I wanted to get the Breeders' Cup Juvenile in there, right? I just felt like this deserves to be in here. And there's some things I kind of want to point out in this race that happened as well that might be helpful for next year. So, look, this is number six for me, Breeders' Cup Juvenile. I'll go ahead and play it now for you guys. And yeah, this is just a lot of fun here. I got these replays from Del Mar's YouTube page. Hopefully they don't mind. If they do, well, they can make it to where we can't make money on this video. I don't really care. All right, let's get to it now. Brant takes the lead right out of the gate. Ted Naffy in second. That's kind of what we thought would happen. We thought Brant would go to the front here, and he did. And I thought he ran a good race. Probably needed this prep going a mile in the 16th or going two turns. Didn't get it, and cost him, I would say, in this spot. So Brant out to the front, Ted Naffy second. I was a big backer of Ted Naffy, so I'm thrilled. I thought this was exactly where we should be. We're in a good spot here, and going to get the job done, in my opinion. That's the way I was looking this whole way around it. 23 and change for the opening quarter. You know, there was a time where it's like, okay, Brant's getting comfortable out here on the lead. I am a little bit worried about it, but again, we had seen three kind of average races, I thought, leading up to this one. This was our first really good performance of the Breeders' Cup, a great performance, I should say. So, charted for home now, and you see Brant's kind of had a nice trip for Del Mar. This is kind of what you want, but Ted Naffy breathing down the neck here of Brant. And so, charted for home, it looks like Ted Naffy's starting to make the move here. He's looking very, very good. I felt great at this point about it. Really wasn't worried about anybody else. I saw the six litmus tests kind of ranging up. Wasn't worried about this one. Trepido wasn't going to fire. You could tell here. Here we go. The showdown we were waiting for. Brant's under a ride. Ted Naffy, they're not asking him to do anything. He's now in front. And you're like, oh, man, he may win by 5 or 6. But I want you to see how this horse just kind of turns it off. He gets a little bored right here. It's like, oh, boy, Brant's fighting back. And here they come. And then watch him respond. Boom, right there. Man, and he's gone again. That is super impressive. I want to watch that again because this kind of gave me chills. Honestly, when he gets, like, I'm going to pause at a certain point here because I really nerded out on this race, to be honest with you. When he gets right, let's just say right here, I'll pause it. I'm like, oh, man, you're going to see a 4 or 5 length win. He's going to look like the real deal. Holy cow. And then it's like, okay, he's still looking good. He's looking like a horse that's going to gallop away from him there. And then it's like, oh, boy, he's not responding. You pause it right here. It's like, oh, shit, he may get beat. She's like, oh, my gosh, this is going to be bad. And then I'll pause it like right here. Now watch from right here to the wire how he just freaking takes off. This is impressive, folks. Once he got going again, holy cow, did he just take off from him and said goodbye. See you later. Brant ends up getting third. AP gets the job done there, and second, and gets that exacta, huge exacta. But again, you watch the gallop out, and you're like, yeah, he wasn't tired. He was just bored. So I thought that was great. You go back and watch the Hopeful. I want you to go back and watch the Hopeful after this video. He kind of does the same thing. There are worse horses behind him, so he never really looks like he's in trouble. But he kind of like takes off the last 50 to 100 yards. And Mr. AP, I was missing the Mr. in that. I was like, I can't remember that horse's name. Anyway, that was super impressive. Super, super impressive. I want to watch it one more time. That was just so cool to watch him just boom, take off. It's like, oh no, he's in trouble. Brant's coming back on him. Nope. He just got kind of bored. Johnny V said after the race, he idled big time until the wire, basically. So until the right before the wire, and he took off again. Super, super impressive. Loved it. Wanted to show you that race because I just wanted to talk about it. All right, let's go to Saturday. Let's go to the Dirt Mile. Nisos for Citizen Bull. It was freaking awesome. This made my Breeders' Cup week here, getting the job done with Nisos. So they break from the gate here, and the big horse, Citizen Bull, and I say he's big, he's a big horse. He goes right to the lead, number 7, Citizen Bull. Nisos likes to sit off of it a little bit, so I was not really worried at all here. Nisos going out there looking very good. Full Serrano's out there with him, the 6-horse, but Citizen Bull goes out to the front by himself. This reminded me so much of National Treasure versus Cody's Wish. And when this video is done, go watch that. Such an incredible race. But he had a Baffert on the lead who had some moments, but overall we're like, I don't know what he's like. Kind of like National Treasure did that year in 2023. But Citizens Bull's on the lead. The track's playing really good to speed. Yeah, he's flying. I didn't care about the fractions. Put track's playing really good to speed, and it's a Baffert. And then you had Nisos kind of sitting off of it, just like Cody's Wish did. Now, Nisos was a little closer than Cody's Wish was, but still, he's sitting right off of it, biding his time. And as a Nisos backer, I'm like, again, I don't care about the fractions. They've been holding all race, or all weekend, I should say. I thought, man, Nisos is going to have to go get Citizen Bull. This is not going to be easy again. Wasn't worried about anybody else. Full Serrano wasn't firing, so I didn't worry about him. It's a 2-horse race from here. Nisos for Citizen Bull. You could tell if you watched all week, that's what it was going to be. It was going to be one of these 2 horses. And Citizen Bull digs in. He runs the race of his life. Nisos is all out to get him here towards the wire. And again, it's like, man, they're going to have bob heads, and here they come down. What a stretch run. I think Citizen Bull's still winning at this point. At this point, I'm like, maybe Nisos can get there. Okay, we're going to bob heads to the wire. Look at these two. Battle. Just a freaking battle. Nisos gets his head down right at the wire. We'll go back to watch this stretch run again, because this is what racing is all about. This is when racing is really good. Just a battle between 2 horses that were just running huge races. They just ran better than everybody else. Nisos is an absolute star. And Citizen Bull, his last 2 races at a mile on Del Mar, he's been an absolute star as well. Citizen Bull trying to become a 2-time Breeders' Cup winner. What a feather in the cap that would have been to win him back-to-back years with the Juvenile last year. And boy, the dirt mile this year, he just could not do it. Oh, that's so close. Oh, he was there right at the wire and then got beat on the head bob. Great race. All right, let's go to a dominant race next, the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Ben Tornado. I thought this was I almost said the F word. I thought this was freaking beautiful. The way, listen, this is what sprint racing to me is all about. Get out in front and keep going and just run them into submission. And that's what Ben Tornado did here. I got real juiced up watching this live. Just beautiful effort. He's the 10-horse. We'll watch it here as they break from the gate momentarily. There's a 14. Get him in there. There's a 14 in the gate here. Anyway, Copian was the 1-horse, drew the rail. It's just a bad draw. Bet they wish she would have been in the Filly Mare Sprint, especially after Tamara scratched out of it. She did not get her desired trip here at all. But Ben Tornado, the 10-horse, going out there towards the front. And really, again, they went fast, but you just never worry about it at Del Mar over the weekend, because they were just holding on. All the horses were holding on. Fractions didn't bother you quite as bad as they would. So here we go right here. Ben Tornado on the lead and just looking very, very good. Had the defending champ breathing down his neck there, and he just kind of tossed him aside. There was a moment in this race, I'll point it out here in a second, where it's like, okay, here comes Imagination, the 7-horse, and they're going to have to ask Ben Tornado the hard question here after going pretty fast early. Let's see if he can do it. Bam, right there with the right hand. Okay, nope, never mind. Now we're going to go left hand. He's gone. Forget it. I mean, that was just a world-class performance by this horse. I thought, the horses behind him ran pretty well. He was just a monster in this race. Again, I want to go back to the right-handed kind of, hand check, I'll call it, before going left-handed with the whip. Right about there. It's like, okay, you got to go. Okay, I've got a lot of horse. It's just fine. Like I said, Imagination, he's running his heart out. Behind him in second, he just can't get him. His heart was broken. My goodness, that is a beast-like performance from a beast-looking horse. He looks like a huge freaking horse. That's one I don't know that I've ever seen in person, actually. And there you go. There's what winning a Breeders' Cup race is like for you guys. I didn't know this was coming on, but that's cool. Connections are going crazy. That was D'Angelo's second win for the trainer there. He had She's So Spicy as well. So good to see. That was a really, really good performance. Runner-up last year, comes back and wins it this year. gallop out much the best. Good on him. All right, let's talk about a freaking exciting race next. Notable speech in the mile. Well, I don't know what it is, but the mile, it always seems to give us such a great performance. So we'll get to it now. A notable speech was the 2-horse here. And, I know Jared, my buddy, my business partner had a win on the 2. I had a double starting here with the 2 as well. So notable speech, and gets a ground saving trip, but a scary ass trip as well, is how I'll describe it here. He's going to sit mid pack and he's going to get stuck pretty much the whole way around. Just very, very worried all the way around here for notable speech. Again, pretty good spot. I shouldn't say I was worried all the way around. Notable speech, the 2-horse there, pretty good spot. It's kind of where you want him. And so now you're just kind of looking and saying, are the fractions okay? Yeah, they're pretty good. It was easier to close on the turf course than it was the dirt course. So you weren't too worried about that. I thought Lion in Winter was getting the perfect trip. He's the 4-horse there. I thought he was in a really, really good spot. Notable speech just behind him, but you're going to see they're going to kind of get bunched up on the turn. And then you're just going to pray for the 2 to get through. And this was just a scary situation. If you back the 2, Rhetorical, the New York bred, ran an absolutely monster race. He gets the first jump. It's like, oh boy, he's in real good spot. Lion and Winter coming in here in good spot as well. All right, notable speech, where are you going to go? You could tell he's got horse right here. It's like, yeah, he's responding. He's passing horses, but where's he going to go? Oh boy, hopefully that rail opens up. I don't know if it's going to open up. Are they coming in on him? Nope, he's got room. Okay, but now he's got to go get Rhetorical. Is Rhetorical going to take away the rail? Nope, he's going to go right through. That was such a good race from notable speech. Watch this horse just take off to the wire. Just super, super impressive. I want to watch this again because once he sees it and he gets the room, he's gone. Bam, right there. It's like, oh my God, he's going to win. Look at this horse just take the almost to the upward again, off. Just unbelievable situation there. I could watch that all day. All right, 2 to go. This may have been, this was like a circus performance is how I would describe it from Ethical Diamond. I definitely came into this race thinking, you know what, Ethical Diamond can win. Didn't play Ethical Diamond, be quite honest, but horse can win. But I never dreamed we would see a performance quite like this. Just a performance for the ages, I thought, from Ethical Diamond here. Huge long shot, 25-1. Of course, we had Mini Hawk and Rebels Romance in the race. Those were the 2 horses that I thought everybody was like, one of these 2 will win, right? So the first thing I'll kind of point out was with Mini Hawk. I think the horse was just way too keen early. They never could get her to kind of calm down, settle down, however you want to say it. She's too close already. But right here, it's like, okay, you're a little close, but I think you're fine. What you're going to see throughout the race with the number 8 Mini Hawk is they just could not get her to settle down. Right there where she's at this point in the race, that's not so bad. That's kind of where I thought she would be. But during this race, she's just going to range up more and more and more. And it just felt like they were fighting her the whole time to try to get her to settle, and just couldn't do it. Rebels Romance is settling pretty well. That's kind of where you expect him to be. And look at Mini Hawk. She's already, this feels like she wants to be more forward. And so it's one of those situations. And look at her. She's passing horses right here. She passed 2 horses. It's like, it's not really what they wanted her to do. I don't think Rebels Romance and Mini Hawk kind of being side by side was what they wanted from Mini Hawk here. She just couldn't quite get calmed down. And so, in the end, that's just kind of the thing that kind of hurt her in this spot. Now, Ethical Diamond, the horse that wins it, she's back second, third to last. She's kind of biding her time here. They're not going just super fast, talking about the main contenders. So it didn't really feel like it was setting up for a closer. Ethical Diamond just goes nuts here. You're going to see it here in a bit. Now, look, Mini Hawk coming up here now into third. She was 2 on the bridle. You just needed her to shut her off. You kind of needed her to be about 2 to 3 lengths ahead of where Ethical Diamond is. Maybe we're redistricting the 4 horses. It's kind of where you kind of thought she would be. Just wasn't the case. So let's go down here. Rebels Romance starts to make a little bit of a move. Mini Hawk making a move. Ethical Diamond just sitting back, not worried about anything yet, biding her time a little bit. And when I was calling this race, we were live for this one. I was like, whoever's on the south side is going to win. I'm not sure who it is. Look at Ethical Diamond, the 14 horse. She's already making that big move. You got Minnie Hawk taking the lead. You didn't expect her to be in the lead, turning for home. Watch Ethical Diamond. She's a far outside horse. This is Rebels Romance, and she just, bam. Look at this. That's Rebels Romance, 2 out of 3 Breeders' Cup winners. Almost made it 3 out of 4. That is such a huge performance. Rebels Romance runs a winning race. Probably should have made it 3 out of 4. And again, Ethical freaking Diamond. Watch this horse on the outside just mow them down like they're standing still. A circus effort. I mean, a tremendous effort. One for the ages. That's all I could say. That is such a big effort from a 25 to 1 shot. Shout out to everybody that had them. Hell of an effort. All right. Number one's got to be the Breeders' Cup Classic. So we'll go to the Classic now, and I'll play it for you now. This was an absolutely fantastic race. Sovereignty had to scratch out, and we still got a great race. So that's good. Good start here for everybody but Baeza. Baeza's all of a sudden out of it. I mean, this is not the trip Baeza could get and win the race. Coming from way too far out of it. Good on you, Fierceness. Total behavior. Great job there. You see the rabbit, contrary thinking, go out to the lead like we thought. Fierceness, Forever Young, going to stock the pace there. Mind Frame's up there as well. Journalism gets a little bit more involved. I thought that was good for journalism. You see Sierra Leone all the way to the back like always. And there's Baeza. Baeza's race is over. He's never winning from there. And he seemed like a handful of this race. He seemed like he wasn't happy a lot of the race. So another just kind of not great race out of Baeza in a big spot. He looked a lot like his Belmont race where he just was not loving it. All right, turning or making the turn there, contrary thinking, 23 and change, and getting stocked by the eventual winner, Forever Young. I thought really good ride here from Forever Young to keep Fierceness inside. And my good buddy Paul mentioned this to me, and I went back and watched. He's right. Kept Fierceness inside of him, kept him pinned. The rabbit did a good job keeping him pinned as well. But I thought Forever Young, very good here as well. Mind Frame ranging up there. You see him coming up with what looks to be a little bit of a run or a chance. Look at Sierra Leone. He's already starting to make that move. I thought this was a really good ride by Flavian Pratt to get this horse involved. It worked. He's running huge. He's right there with a chance. Here we go, turning for home. You could tell it's going to be Forever Young. It's going to be tough to pass. Journalism trying to make a move here. He's just not quite good enough. I thought he ran his race again. Here we go. And look, Forever Young. Take away that rail. Keep Fierceness pinned in. Don't let him, right there, boom. Don't let him get in and make him go outside. Okay, now he's outside. Look at this finish for Forever Young. He is flying because Sierra Leone is running tremendous. He cannot get to him. Every stride he's closing, he couldn't get to him. Forever Young just ran so huge in this race. Like I said, a really, really crafty ride, I thought as well. Here's the gallop out. Forever Young had plenty left. Look at him gallop out. And, I mean, just a monster effort. I backed Sierra Leone in this race. I could not be more happy with him. Got beat by a better horse. My goodness, what an effort this was. Journalism, like I said, the 9 horse, he's right there. And Sierra Leone just flies behind him. And I think Journalism's a great horse. He's just not as good as these top 3, but damn, he ran so well. Almost gets up there for 3rd. Sierra Leone flies past Fierceness, just cannot get by Forever Young. What a race. All right. So those are the 6 Breeders' Cup. I'll recap it here. Top 6 performances. Breeders' Cup Juvenile was number 6 for me. Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, number 5. The Sprint, number 4. The Breeders' Cup Mile, number 3. The Turf, number 2. The Classic, number 1. All right, that'll do it for this video, guys. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. Tell us your top 5 or top 6 in the comment section as well. It's very debatable, right? It took me forever to kind of decide, and I even cheated and had to make a 6th one because I wanted the Juvenile to be in there as well. So, all right, guys, thanks everybody for watching this video. We'll see you for the next one, and stay tuned to the channel for more coverage as we lead up now towards the Kentucky Derby.